who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interest you have committed our charge. Amen.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Sorry about that. I have the following communication to make. Election of chairpersons and vice chairpersons. Honorable members, you recall that yesterday, the Tuesday, the 15th day of November 2022, you did approve a report of the selection committee on appointment of members to serve in the Water and Irrigation Committee and the Decentralized Units Committee. The said committees have this morning met and pursuant to Standing Orders 159 elected the following. A, Water and Irrigation Committee. Honorable Daniel Moindi, the chairperson. 2, Honorable Winfred Mutua, the vice chairperson. B, Decentralized Units Committee. 1, Honorable Brian Kisila, the chairperson. 2, Honorable Joseph Mulinge, vice chairperson. I take this opportunity to wish them well as they discharge their duties of the offices they have been elected to serve. Thank you, honorable members. Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
May I request Honorable Francis Ngunga to proceed and lay the paper.
Good morning, members. Madam Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. I stand before this Honorable House today, Honorable Speaker, to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Wednesday, the 16th November, 16th day of November 2022. That is a paper on the Delegated County Legislation Committee report on consideration of the Public Finance Management regulations to be read as Machakos County Government Executive Staff Car and Mortgage Fund. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Ngunga. Madam Clerk, may we have the next order?
Order number 6, notices of motion.
May I proceed to ask Honorable Francis Ngunga again proceed and give your notice of motion?
Honorable Speaker, that aware that Article 94, Section 5 of the Constitution provides that no person or body other than Parliament has the powers to make provision having the force of law in Kenya except under authority conferred by this Constitution or legislation. Further aware that Article 95, Section 6 of the Constitution provides that an act of Parliament or legislation of county that confers on any state organ, state officer, or person the authority to make provision having the force of law in Kenya, as contemplated in Clause 5, shall expressly specify the purpose and objectives for which that authority is conferred, the limits of the authority, the nature and scope of the law that may be made, and the principles and standards applicable to the law made under the authority. Acknowledging that the public finance management regulations to be read as Machakos County Government Executive Staff Car and Mortgage Fund were published in the Kenya Gazette by the legal notice number 18 of 2012 and submitted to the clerk of the county assembly for consideration in line with section 11 of the Statutory Instruments Act 2013. Concerned that the regulations seek to provide financing for the purpose of construction or development of a residential property and for the purchase of private cars by qualifying members of the Machakos County public staff and employees. I wish to give notice of motion that pursuant to the standing order number 189B, this Honorable House approves Delegated County Legislation Committee report on consideration of the Public Finance Management Regulations of 2012, which are to be read as Machakos County Government Executive Staff, Car and Mortgage Funds. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Francis Gunga. May I also request Honorable Stephen Mwandi, Deputy Speaker, to proceed and make a notice of motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Stephen Mwande representing Kalakala, Ekatini Ward. Honorable Speaker, that aware that the Procedure and Rules Committee is established in Standing Order 187 is mandated to consider and report on all matters relating to standing orders. Aware that pursuant to Standing Order 227, Suborder 1, the committee via letter dated that 1st October 2022 received a request for proposed amendments from Honorable Andilo, which was tabled before the committee. The following day, on 1st November 2022, I wish the clerk amends that. Sure. It should be 2022. Aware that alongside the said request, the committee had another urgent business on proposed amendments, which it was still considering for tabling in the House the following week. Informed that pursuant to Standing Order 227, Suborder 4, the Procedure and House Rules Committee, after receipt of a request for amendments, is required to report to the House within 21 days. Noting that the stated timelines for the request of proposed amendments for Honorable Andilo will expire on Monday, 21st November 2022, and the committee has not completed compiling a report following its busy schedule. Honorable Speaker, I wish to give notice of the motion that this House approves that the Procedure and Rules Committee be granted extra 21 days to finalize the report for tabling in the House as provided in Standing Order 227, Suborder 4. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Next order, Madam Clerk.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion that Matu Level 4 Hospital be equipped with essential facilities.
May I invite Honorable Judas Ndawa, Minority Leader, to proceed and move the motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Judas Ndawa, representing the great people of Matu. Honorable Speaker, that aware that one of the objects of devolution pursuant to Article 174 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 is to promote social and economic development and provision of proximate, easily accessible services throughout Kenya. Aware that the fourth schedule of the same constitution mandate the county governments with the matters of county health facilities, promotion of primary health care and funeral followers. Honorable Speaker, cognizant of the fact that Matu Level 4 Hospital serves the residents of Lower Mwala, Yatta and Masinga sub-counties in the large catchment area, aware that the victims of accidents along Thika Garissa Highway and Kanonyo Embu Road are first attended to at Matu Level 4 Hospital before they are referred elsewhere if there is need for such referral. Further, aware that the hospital lacks key essential facilities like ICU unit, CT scan machine, oxygen plant, casualty wing, and mortuary to be able to efficiently attend to population. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that this Honorable House approves that the county government of Machakos set aside funds to equip Matu Level 4 Hospital with 1, a modern ICU unit with 4 to 5 bed capacity. 2, a CT scan machine. 3, installation of oxygen plant and piping to be done to the ICU department, maternity, pediatric ward, medical ward, and outpatient department. 4, modern casualty wing with 15 to 20 bed capacity. Then lastly, number 5, completion of the stalled mortuary. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I would wish to call upon Honorable Dominic from Mudwani to second my motion.
Thank you, Honorable Ndawa.
A big thumbs up to the minority leader for this noble move of moving a motion that is basically meant to save lives. Madam Speaker, I stand here as a living testimony of the presence of the above facilities in a private hospital that saved my life 3 weeks ago. If it was not for the oxygen that was supplied to me immediately I got into that hospital, Madam Speaker, maybe it would be otherwise. I can imagine of a situation whereby an hospital in such a location is missing the same, Mr. Speaker. Madam Speaker, it is a big disconnect. And I wish to allow the Honorable Minority Leader for coming up with such life-saving motion that is going to impact the lives of so many people and so many Kenyans in his ward. I support the motion 100%, and as soonest even a supplementary budget can be brought to this house, we are going to approve that budget so that the following can be achieved to continue saving lives. I second the motion in totality. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Dominic. I now propose the question that this House approves that the county government of Machakos sets aside funds to equip Matu Level 4 Hospital with 1, a modern ICU with 4 to 5 bed capacity. 2, CT scan machine. 3, installation of oxygen plant and piping be done to the ICU, maternity, pediatric ward, medical wards, and OPD. 4, modern casualty with 15 to 20 modern beds. And 5, completion of the mortuary. I now invite members to debate over this motion. The floor is yours, members. Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I rise to support the motion by the Honorable Julius Ndawa, the Minority Leader. Health is a universal right for everybody. And in equipping Matu Level 4 Hospital with this ICU and the attendant equipment, I take it that we are creating a regional Level 4 hospital, because the Honorable Member has indicated it will serve Lower Yatta, Lower Mwala, Yatta, and Masinga. It is already very expensive to access medical, to access healthcare, and the people from these sub-counties are forced to travel to Machakos Level 5 to access medical care. So we'll have lessened the burden of a lot of people, as well as decongesting the Machakos Level 5. So the people of these 3 sub-counties will have an advantage of accessing, cheaper government services. Number 2, the hospital lies in a very busy highway, and people are losing lives because they have to be transported either to Machakos Level 4 Hospital or to Thika, Level 5 Hospital or to Thika. So with this modern facility, we'll be saving lives and also saving the county a lot of money of ambulance services. So I would like to support and also request that in the future, Matu Level 5 be upgraded to a Level 5 hospital. Level 4 to be upgraded to a Level 5 hospital. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Kavyu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I also rise to support the motion on the basis of that if the activities that the Honorable Member is requesting are effected in the above said facility, that will be a life-saving exercise, because most of people die on transits to Machakos Level 5 for services that, if were available at Matu Level 4, more life will have been saved. And for instance, if you are taken to Matu Level 5 and you require a simple service like a CT scan, you are transported all the way to Machakos Level 5 for the same service, then you are taken back for treatment at Level 5. One, equipping the facility will save cost in terms of ambulance services, because most of them are transported with the county ambulances. So that will save some cost and also will relieve the ambulances so that they can respond to critical emergencies, owing to the matter that the Thika-Garissa highway is normally very busy, and sometimes there are very fatal accidents that happen. So we wish to support this so that the people of Masinga, Yatta, Mwala, and even to some extent all those who get accidents along the Garissa highway can get fast services, and also the people of the said sub-counties can also feel the impact of devolution, and health being one of those services. I support the motion.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Kavyu. Mheshimiwa 001 Katangi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I'm Felix Ngoi, member for Katangi. And Madam Speaker, I rise to support this motion. I happen to come from the sub-county of Yatta, where we have the Matu Level 4 Hospital. And I wish to confirm that during the COVID-19 pandemic, we lost so many lives because of a lack of oxygen. And this is the only hospital that we have in that sub-county. And I want to thank the minority leader for bringing such a motion. Madam Speaker, the essence of devolution in our new constitution that was promulgated in 2010 was to bring services close to Mwananchi. And it is warranted that 10 years down the line, these services have not come close to Mwananchi. So this motion is timely, and I would support that this hospital be equipped with these facilities so that we continue saving lives of our people, and we get the services closer to Mwananchi. With that, Madam Speaker, I support. And I support with that, with the recommendation that the ministry or the CC in charge of health should move with speed and make sure that this is done with within the shortest time possible. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Francis Ngunga.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, again, and thank you, Honorable Mbili, for find it fit that you bring to the attention of the House maybe the state of Matu Level 4 Hospital that looks like it's in dire need of attention. Madam Speaker, I want to look at this motion in a different angle, because when you look at Matu Level 4, you should not be looking at Matu Level 4 in isolation. I am looking at these Level 4s as in our county to be lacking the same facilities. And so, Madam Speaker, if we are to make a lot of sense in terms of helping our people, I would be asking the mover of the motion if it were possible for us to be able to expand this motion so that it incorporates maybe Kangundo Level 4 Hospital. We have Mavoko Level 4 Hospital. The last time I was doing some jobs around there, and I think the hospital again is also in dire need. We should also be talking about, which other region is that, Madam Speaker? I think we have regions, we have Mwala, Level 4 Hospital, so that, Madam Speaker, if we are to have an engagement with the CEC, then the CEC will be addressing us in terms of all the Level 4s and the facilities that the Level 4s are having. Of course, Madam Speaker, I'm aware that there's a supplementary budget that she is on the offing, or it's around the corner. So I'm asking maybe this House to move with speed so that this motion finds its way to the CC, was it health, so that by the time we engage with them, we can apportion money so that this is addressed. Madam Speaker, matters of health should not be compromised. And those of us like Mheshimiwa Dominic has indicated that I've had, and of course I know members here in a way or another have had patients in hospitals. It becomes very tricky, and especially when you see you're losing your loved ones because of small things like lack of oxygen, small scans, and of course when somebody is involved in an accident, for example, all the way from Matu, transporting the same victim to a distance like up to, we lose so many patients on the way. So, Madam Speaker, I think I am standing here to support this motion, but of course with that amendment, that we incorporate all the Level 4s.
Point of information.
Proceed. Mheshimiwa,
Thank you, Madam
Ngunga,
Speaker.
just
Thank you, Madam
have a
Speaker.
seat.
I just want to inform my brother here, Honorable Ngunga, that the standing orders of this county assembly provide for time that an amendment is supposed to be made. According to standing order number 52, if you want to make an amendment, you write to the speaker 2 hours before the motion finds itself in the House. So it is too late to amend. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I am corrected, but of course, in the spirit of brotherhood, these things are doable. In the spirit of saving life, these things are achievable. 2 hours can still be found
Point
within
of
ourselves.
information. Madam Speaker, I think this is a house of procedures. It is not about brotherhood or what. This is a house of, that is why we legislate matters. So if we say if it is a house of brotherhood. I'll bring my motion about my brothers and my sisters, and you'll accept. So can you take note and be informed that this is a house of order?
Okay, thank you for
Madam
your
Speaker,
contribution.
I think I do not want to appear a little abrasive, but I say that I was actually arguing about matters of life.
I know it
And I
was
think,
really
Madam
in
Speaker,
good
we're
faith.
almost trivializing this issue,
Yes.
and I do not want us to take that direction. When I talked about level 4s, I think these are issues that are almost could be almost tied to the bosom with what the motion is.
Yes.
I do not know whether, Madam Speaker, we have plenty of time so that we are going to be debating an item by an item. And so when you have a motion that is related to another, surely, Madam
Okay,
Speaker,
I just
wisdom
want to
is that
Yes.
wisdom is that the assembly or the assembly
Point of
in
order, Madam
its
Speaker.
sitting,
Point of
Madam
order.
Speaker, I ask for your protection. because
Madam Speaker, I'm standing on a point of
I
order
ask for your
number
protection.
27.
Let me protect him.
Yes, Madam Speaker, ask for your
Just 1
protection
minute.
because some of these
This is
points of orders.
This is what I would suggest, Mheshimiwa Ngonga, that now that it is a house of procedure, as they have just said, and that the time within which you would have brought the amendment is already overtaken, I suggest you bring a substantive motion to cater for the remaining level 4s in the shortest time possible. We debate it and we have it also passed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm well guided, but I want to challenge the
Point-
members of assembly.
Point of
who
order,
are
Madam
from
Speaker.
those regions.
Okay, point of order.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I'm standing on point of order number 27. I was not giving order to the Mheshimiwa. Honorable Speaker, that aware that standing order number 27, suborder 2 provides that the Speaker shall interrupt business at 12:30 p.m. for the morning sitting. Aware that
Sorry.
aware that standing order number 27, suborder 4 requires motion to extend sitting time to be moved at least 30 minutes before the time appointed for adjournment. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the motion that the House resolves to extend its sitting time until the business at hand is resolved. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Member.
And so I call upon Honorable Majority Leader to second.
Majority Leader, thank you. Honorable members, that is very important. I wish to propose the question that we extend the time for the business until our business is concluded. And I will invite only 2 members, maybe to debate on that motion. Mheshimiwa Brian.
Madam Speaker, my name is Brian Kisila, representing the people of Mwala and the new chairman for decentralized units. Madam Speaker, I stand here to support the motion.
Not the new, the only chairman.
The only chairman of this house, of the new committee. Madam Speaker, I support the motion. And it is a pity that we are calling to level 4. And it is a pity that a lot of hospitals have been branded level 3s
Let's finish with the motion.
and
on
level
the
4.
time.
I'm supporting, madam. So it is a pity that we are calling a 2 a level 4 without these, with these machines.
He's saying we finish with
Oh,
the motion on
Madam
extension
Speaker,
of time.
I support the extension of time. And maybe I can continue. Oh.
Another member to debate on that? On the issue of time enlargement? It's done. Now, honorable members, I wish to put the question that
Madam Speaker, I was on the floor.
you wanted to.
Yes, I had not finished.
I'm finishing the enlargement.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah. Honorable members, I wish to put the question that this House resolves to extend the time until the business is concluded. As many as of that opinion say ayes. Aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mheshimiwa Ngunga, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you for that indulgence. Thank you, Honorable Mheshimiwa Steve Mandi, for extension of time. Congratulations, Mr. Honorable Brian John Kisila. Congratulations, Mheshimiwa Brian. You have really wanted to serve the government. You are now you have an opportunity. And by the way, Honorable Speaker, I want to congratulate Mheshimiwa Brian because he has been given a committee that is actually the anathema in this county. I'm sure now Machakos town is going to be a clean town. Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Madam Speaker, while winding up on my contribution, I wanted to challenge members who come from these regions. You know, Mheshimiwa, me, I represent the city. I live in the city, and I represent the city. And so I wanted to ask members who come from this region, Kangundo region, Mwala region, to come up in arms and ensure that these level 4s are properly equipped, because it is the people that come from those regions that are victims most of the times. We want to challenge the government in the proper way so that we have funds set aside so that these level 4s do not only become mere buildings, but places where people will go and get services. Madam Speaker, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Ngunga. Mheshimiwa Mike, then Mheshimiwa Brian, in that order.
I think I'm told I have to come closer to a better microphone. I stand to support the motion, and I'll start by thanking the honorable member, the minority leader, for bringing such a good motion before the House. And we all agree that health matters in this county is something which it's a big problem to us. And all members will agree that out of the many calls they receive, 70% of the calls are health related, where some members are asking for help. And as it has been spoken before by the honorable members, I think it is overdue for Matu Level 4 Hospital to be, it is such a pity that all the things that have been mentioned are not in that hospital. And I stand to really ask that these things should be taken with a lot of urgency, as the honorable member has put it clear, and because you understand that we have these hospitals in place, but it is sometimes like names. A level 4 hospital without the equipments and the requirements. So this motion, I know people of Matu, and let alone Matu alone, it will also serve people from even the neighboring counties. So because of the strategic position. So I stand to support the motion. And my prayer, even to the Committee on Health, is if it's possible, you can do a survey. For example, I toured one of the level 3 hospital from my county, that is Kimutua, level 3 hospital. We are blessed because we have a maternity there which has only 2 beds, and we are receiving 15 kids per month, and you can imagine the strain which is there. So I believe, just like the honorable member was saying, we've been corrected, and somebody is to come and bring a motion so that health issue should be looked into, and not only about Matu Level 4 Hospital, but even the other dispensaries. And I think the governor has a well-stipulated manifesto concerning health. One of the things she spoke was elevation of all the level 4 hospitals, and having a dispensary, the sub-counties and locations. So I stand to support the motion, and we say money should be set aside for that exercise. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As I said, my name is Brian Kisila, representing the people of Mwala, neighboring Matu, and the new chairman, decentralized units. Thank you, Mheshimiwa Ngunga, for those kind words, especially after a very rough night with you yesterday. Now, you will realize that there is a reason why this man is called Kameni Kangufu. Now, Madam Speaker, we are having a challenge with our hospitals. A level 4 is being called a level 4 in paper. And a very beautiful sign outside calling it a level 4. It is a shame. And picking what Mheshimiwa Nguga is saying, let us not play around with lives. Matu is not a level 4. Neither is Mwala. Neither is even the rest Kangundo. These are dispensaries which have been over-glorified. Now, Madam Speaker, if we want us to tackle this issue, I sit in the Health Committee, and I like the mover of the motion, that he has looked at Matu. And I suppose that we do this. In the Health Committee, we already started working on a very aggressive program of actually visiting these hospitals to ensure that the status of our hospital is not, it is what is being said it is. Madam Speaker, Matu level 4 is very strategic. It reserves a very big segment, including even parts of Central Province. So this provision of this equipment is actually overdue, and I think we should provide and start with this. And in the Health Committee, I think we'll be moving. I'll be suggesting to my chairman that we also go see this hospital so that we can prioritize. In the supplementary, we start with it. We need to start from somewhere. And let us start with Matu, then we move to other areas. Madam Speaker, the next thing which I want before I sit down is Machakos level 5. It is a pity that we have a hospital being called Machakos level 5. Well, in essence, it doesn't even have the equipments which are required to make it a level 5. The Health Committee, the members are here. We visited that hospital last week, and we are compiling a very serious report on our findings, which we pray that this House approves emergency funds to enable us upgrade that hospital. So health needs to be taken seriously, Madam Speaker, and we need to provide a lot of money to these hospitals. Madam Speaker, yesterday there was a motion on some staff who are being paid monies which are double what they're actually supposed to be paid. It is a pity that most of these hospitals, including Matu level 4, don't have enough staff. And we are having people who are being paid salaries for not doing their work. So this assembly needs to actually start taking things seriously so that we can be able to put money, the county money, where it belongs, instead of putting county money in people's pockets where they don't deserve. So this assembly is going to be a different assembly, and we are going to ensure if we are having a wage bill, it is going for the right purpose. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support.
Thank you very much. Mheshimiwa Don, then Mheshimiwa Mwoki.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for finally catching my eye. My name is Paul Wambua, representing the wonderful people of Kibaoni. Mheshimiwa Speaker, this motion, this statement on health does not only touch on Matu Level 4 Hospital. Our health facilities through the county are in dire need of upgrading, staffing, and stocking with the necessary equipment that make our hospitals run. For instance, in Kibaoni, we have a hospital that is called a level 3 hospital. This hospital does not have complete staff houses. This hospital does not have a maternity wing that is operational. This hospital does not have a pharmacist to dispense medication. it does not have a laboratory assistant. My take is, as we endeavor to upgrade Matu level 4, and I would ask the health committee. Yesterday I was talking to one of my colleagues, I can't remember who, and I was saying the health committee should take time to go through the 40 wards and take stock of our medical facilities. I have facilities in my ward that don't have a toilet. I have a facility where water is brought in by donkeys. It's very sad, especially when you imagine a mother will come to give birth in a hospital that does not have water. Madam Speaker, my take is that this House has the responsibility of allocating sufficient budget for purposes of good health to our people. Yesterday, when we were discussing about the motion to impeach some 4 commissioners.
Point of information, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, it's sad.
Taken. Mheshimiwa Paul, have a seat.
Madam Speaker, I would like to request the honorable member to stick to the motion that is on the House, because it's bringing in other matters, other issues of, even though they are of importance. I would like the member restricts himself to the motion of the day.
Very important. Mheshimiwa Paul.
Thank you, Madam
Restrict
Speaker.
yourself to the motion. Support.
I am restricting myself to the statement that is under discussion. But you also note that what we discussed yesterday also touches what we are discussing today, because it's a matter of staffing where we don't have staff in our hospitals. It's a matter of staffing where a level 3 hospital does not have a pharmacist, does not have a laboratory assistant. So these matters go together, Madam Speaker. And
Time, just
Madam Speaker, I support, and thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Mheshimiwa Mwaki, and you are the last person to contribute to this debate.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me a chance to support this motion. This Mwaki wa Musela, representing the downtrodden people of Ndidhine Ward. Matters health, I take them seriously. This particular hospital we are talking about, Matu level 4, I remember I talking to the mover of the motion, and even the other day, when the governor was in our area, having a public participation, Deputy Speaker was in attendance and others, I did propose, if Matu level 4 could be a level 5, so that we can have a level 4 down in my area. And I would also have wished the mover of the motion would have stated not Masinga, or even in the subsequent discussions we'll be having, whenever whoever wants to do anything Masinga, please state Masinga and Ndidhine.
Now,
I'm very particular on this because these are 2 distinctive areas, geographically, economically, everything.
Mheshimiwa, support the motion, then we can move.
Thank you.
Yes.
I support the motion, but I'm saying.
Don't add anything.
Yes, I'm not adding anything. I'm just saying I am having more stronger reasons of supporting the motion of Matu level 5 getting the equipment that it deserves so that it can serve my people of Ndidhine Ward, Muthesia Ward, and parts of Ndalani, who we all share same economic problems. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. I now wish to call upon the mover of the motion to reply.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will start by thanking the honorable members who have spoken on this noble motion for supporting. I want to say thank you, because if we save Matu, it means next time we go to another facility, we go to the other facility. I think that is the way to go. Honorable Speaker, the issue of health is not a privilege. It is provided for in the Constitution of Kenya, Article 41A. It says that every Kenyan is entitled to the highest attainable standard of health. So it is not a privilege. And if it is provided as a right, we need to give it the weight it deserves. Honorable Speaker, the facility we are talking about is a facility with about 42, is a 42-bed capacity hospital. And it is the third largest hospital in the county, starting with Machakos level 5. From there, Kangundo level 4, then Matu is ranked number 3. Honorable Speaker, the facility act as a referral for that sub-region. We have talked of Mala, part of Mala. We have talked about Masinga, and Mheshimiwa from Didhine is requesting that we say Masinga stroke Didhine, and also the other sub-counties. Apart from these sub-counties we are talking about, Madam Speaker, we also serve Northeastern, that is in Garissa County, and we serve Embu County. Why am I saying so? Motorists from Garissa going to Nairobi, and from Nairobi to Garissa, whenever there is an accident, all those victims are attended to at Matu level 5 or level 4 hospital. Those who are traveling from Embu, either to go to Garissa or to Nairobi, once there is a problem, they are brought to Matu level 4 hospital. And the reason why I'm requesting for this approval, the hospital serves a catchment area with a population of 321,105 people. The catchment area. 321,105 persons. 67.5% of those people are women and children. That makes a total of 216,705. That is according to the National Bureau of Statistics report that we got recently. The facility, Matu level 4, serves 28 level 2s and level 3 facilities in the other sub-county. And it also serves about 13 level 2 and 3 facilities in Masinga sub-county. The ongoing financial year, we have handled cases of accidents, and the patients that we have received for this financial year alone is 1,958 victims. And out of those 1,958, we lost 33. Honorable Speaker, once there is need for referral, the patients are referred to Machakos level 5. Initially, we used to take them to Machakos and also Thika. But when we declared that is Machakos is county number 1, level 5 Thika is not taking our patients. They are saying we should use our resources within the county. We are not supposed to use their resources. So we are only left with one option, and that is Machakos level 5. Honorable Speaker, the distance from Matu to Machakos level 5 is over 80 kilometers.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Order or information?
I'm saying I want to request the move of the motion that we are convinced, we have agreed to make it short, want to go for lunch. Just make a minute, then you move on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mheshimiwa Dominic.
Madam Speaker, Honorable Ndi is the one who is out of order. Is totally out of order. You cannot interrupt a mover of a motion when he is trying to give expounded, researched information to support his motion. He is out of order.
He only wanted to state that we are convinced.
Thank you very
Members
much.
are convinced.
Thank you very much.
Go to the next level.
Reading from the mood of the House,
Yes.
I can see all the members are convinced. But I must say, and it's good to note, in Matule for 4 hospital, we refer more than 15 patients to Machakos level 5 on daily basis. Over 15 cases are referred to Machakos level 5. So, Madam Speaker, I was just trying to give these statistics so that you can see the urgency of the matter and the seriousness of the matter. And I'm requesting the House to agree with me and kindly make an application to our Honorable Governor, Her Excellency Governor Wabina. Once we approve this, I'm requesting that Honorable Governor considers this motion and gives the priority it deserves. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member. I now put the question that this House approves the county government of Machakos. This House approves that the county government of Machakos sets aside funds to equip Matu Level 4 Hospital with 1, a modern ICU with 4 to 5 bed capacity, 2 CT scan machine, 3, installation of oxygen plants and piping be done to the ICU, maternity, pediatric ward and medical wards and OPD. 4, modern casualty with wing with 15 to 20 modern beds. And 5, completion of the mortuary. And as many as are of the opinion say ayes.
Aye.
As many as of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, motion. Approval of request for extension of time for Committee on Procedure and House Rules.
May I request Honorable Stephen Mwandi, Deputy Speaker, to proceed and move that motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, that aware that the Procedure and Rules Committee as established in Standing Order 187 is mandated to consider and report on all matters relating to standing orders. Aware that pursuant to Standing Order 227, Suborder 1, the committee via letter dated 31st October 2022 received a request for proposed amendments from Honorable Ann Dilo, which was tabled before the committee the following day on 1st November 2022. Aware that alongside the said request, the committee had another request, urgent business on proposed amendments, which it was still considering for tabling in the House the following week. Informed that pursuant to Standing Order 227, Suborder 4, the Procedure and House Rules Committee, after receipt of a request for amendments, is required to report to the House within 21 days. Noting that the stated timelines for the request of proposed amendments for Honorable Andilo will expire on Monday, 21st November 2022, and the committee has not completed compiling a report following its busy schedule. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that this House approves that the Procedure and Rules Committee be granted extra 21 days to finalize the report for tabling in the House as provided in Standing Order 227, Suborder 4. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable.
Yeah, and so And so I call upon Honorable Minority Leader to second.
Honorable Minority Leader. Thank you, Honorable Minority Leader. I now propose the question that this House approves that the Procedure and Rules Committee be granted extra 21 days to finalize the report for tabling in the House as provided in Standing Order 227-4. I now invite members to debate the motion. Members, the floor is yours. Silence means Mheshimiwa Brian.
Madam Speaker, the mood, you can see the mood. We are okay. So you can put the question.
I now request a mover to reply.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, honorable members. This was a request. Madam Speaker, you remember that House Procedure and Rules Committee and another business of amending our standing orders to accommodate the two committees that were that were created by this honorable House, and so it did not have time to go through the request that was made by the honorable member, and thus now calling for extra time, for more time, to go through and compile a report and table it in this honorable House. So thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, honorable members.
Thank you. Thank you, Mheshimiwa. I now put the question that this honorable House discusses and approves that the Procedure and Rules Committee be granted extra 21 days to finalize the report for tabling in the House as provided in the Standing Order 227-4. As many as are of the opinion say ayes.
Ayes.
As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you, Madam Clerk, for that guidance. The House now adjourns to Wednesday, 16th November 2022 at 2:30 p.m. Thank you, members.